Welcome to Leger, our round 6 venue for our UCI Mountain Bike World Series Downhill World Cup. We've had a humongous calendar so far this year, kicking off in Tasmania to begin the season, and now we're in the Haute-Savoie region in France. Leger is an epic location with some humongous racing. We've got our cross-country World Cup, our XCC, which are kicking off tonight, the cross-country marathon, and of course, our Downhill World Cup. My name is Josh Carlson, filling in for our unfortunate sick Rick McLaughlin, and I'm very stoked to be beside Cedric Gracia here today for our junior downhill final. Cedric, welcome to Leger. Thanks for having me. How are you going?
Well, thanks, Josh. You know, coming to Leger is always, since we saw, like, it's always been the craziness in Leger. We know the public is always there. It's a big track. It's dusty. We're going to have a big show today.
It's a humongous show, and some of the most epic scenes we have ever seen in mountain bike history in 2022. The French lockout of our downhill elite men's podium. Some of the most crazy scenes we've ever seen. But today it's all about our downhill juniors. Our downhill junior women standings are on screen right now. Lisa Bouladou is our series leader with 235 points, 10 points back. It's a very tight battle for our Colombian Valentina Roya Sanchez, and Aris Van Leuven is the massive story for today's race. She's had a hugie in practice and unfortunately will not be lining up today, ECG.
Yeah, so the replay of the crash, I mean, one of the steepest part of the track. It's not easy. I ride the track, and it's really steep, really steep. And we will see the track soon, but the steeper part basically where she crashed, and
in that particular section, there's so much line choice to come into there. The dirt is extremely slippery, high speed, unfortunate scenario. Speaking of our track, Leger has a monster in store for us. We start across the ski piece into the whoop takeoff, and we're straight into the woods. A couple of brand new sections here, lots of line choice, a cheeky little reprieve past the lake, and then straight back in to the steep and deep woods section. As we come out of the bottom, it's full gas all the way to the finish. Some of the higher speeds we'll see into the bottom section to come into our finish arena. It's an amazing track, an amazing location, and the racing is going to replicate that with some spectacular scenes. Riders warming up at the top. Their nerves are high. They're all excited.
Yeah, the routine. Yeah, no, you're right. And talking about the track, yeah, really fast at the top. Start to be technical just before the lake, and after the lake, it's where everything is going to happen, I think, today.
Here is our start list for our final junior women. Our first on course here is Abigail Oronka from the USA. She will be lighting up our junior women's field to begin with, all the way down to our series leader, Lisa Bouladou. So she didn't quite get our fastest time today, CG, in qualifying, but she's our overall points leader, so she will be coming down last.
She definitely wants to keep that #1 position in plate. They are at the start, like, you can feel the pressure, you know, you cannot cruise down. This track have to be tactical from first corner, like 3 big berms, big drop, all of a sudden big off camber in the grass. You need to keep the speed and the momentum. You're going to have like couple little drop, like kind of off camber corner before the biggest drop, but this is critical there because big transition between super bright out and all of a sudden in the darkness of the woods. This is going to be difficult to deal with today. Maybe some riders change the lens, clear lens, darker lens, orange lens, iridium lens. I don't know what is the best option today, but
and an evolving track. The track's getting looser. It's getting more line choice. Some of the main lines our juniors have seen earlier today may not be there from yesterday's practice. They're gone. The famous Leger sign next to the cross-country track there. Some pretty epic berms and scenes.
I was 17 when the first time I see this Leger logo.
17?
Yes, I was young.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's my first race was there.
Was that your first race?
Yeah,
when was that? 17?
I don't remember. I cannot count either. It was a long time ago, but today was so good to be back on this track. Here we go. We're about to start now for the final.
Our junior women lined up here. Super exciting time. A huge insight into the future of our sport here.
And we used to have a lot of French success there. Then, you know, the French crowd is really into it. Like every time, Leger is just a masterpiece. It's a race you don't want to miss. It's great to see on TV. It's awesome. But some of the people who don't live so far, they will be here.
And we're in the Mecca.
Yeah,
this is the Mecca.
La Mecca. And everyone was La Mecca like this. They're on the side of the track going like, go, go, go. You don't even hear your bike on the ground. You know how you ride. You feel your tires on the ground. You feel like the chain snap. There we go.
Chain snap, speaking of, straight out of the gate for young Abigail. Navigates the first couple of corners.
Really difficult, and those corners, you have to be right in timing. They're a little bit blowing out. You see, she tried to pedal, but here the best is, keep it quiet, keep the speed, use the terrain. You see it's bumpy. The first little reader gap has a bunny up. First step down, but still a little corner, another step down, and you hard braking with the bump. You have to stay in the inside now. You see it's really broken. Another left corner.
And this line's developing here. This is getting steeper and deeper.
And there's no berm anymore. It's just hold on. You have to get that right. Big first drop, and you enter in the woods. I was telling you, really difficult to deal with the light, and all of a sudden over the darkness of the wood section.
Our first split time as she comes into the woods here. Lots and lots of line choice. Look how duffy that dirt is becoming around the outside. So easy to tuck your front. A lot of riders going to a mud tire.
Yeah,
here.
Because they try to have better grip like this on the dry tire. I don't know if it's the right option or half cut. But as you can see, it's really puffy. Like she's going to cross that it's a little section you can recover a little bit where the lake is, because you enter another section here. We're going to see that with the drone. Amazing footage. You can realize the speed of cambers, steepness, line choice, many lines there between 2 to 3 each corner.
And so technical. I mean, this particular section, it is quite skinny compared to our other bits, but super technical. A lot of line choice. They have to pick what do you think is more important, their line choice or their braking points?
It's a tough one there, because the line choice, you try to do be more round, like we saw Bruni doing it, not keeping it inside, try to keep, to be off the brakes. But when I see Ryan Pinkerton, he's going for inside, and late braking, then I guess it's everyone favor the rider. You have to choose. This is a really big outcome, but really hard to get the upper line. It's an upper line up there, really tough to get. And 2 big compression right there, another one there, and right there. This is really tough. One big line here, and it's going to basically determine your speed. Your exit speed is really important on this track.
All about exit speed, yeah.
You need to save energy. Try to don't crank so hard when you don't need to, and this is all about braking points, like where you use your brakes.
Abigail's riding smooth and fast right now. She enters our bottom section of the wood. She managed to sneak a couple of cheeky pedal strokes in through the middle there.
To put back the bike basically in the speed she wants, because under speed, really difficult track. Good speed, feel like almost too good. Over speed, and a lot of chance you're going to blow a corner. Then it's a tight zone you need to play with.
And we've seen that a lot. We've seen a lot of carnage so far in practice. Those lines are developing. They're getting deeper holes. New lines are developing, and riders have to be thinking on the fly. Look at the duff coming out of there.
Yeah, it's 2 big lines there. We saw another one, new line earlier. I saw. She lost the front there. That corner I almost went down this morning because it looked like a corner.
She's gone.
Yeah, it's so puffy there. It's really hard because you see the end of the corner right there, the wood is gone. Then it basically looked like it is dirt left, but it's just puff. It's just like fesh. You put your wheel, but you don't know if you will see it again.
And unfortunately, Abigail goes down. Our second rider on course, Emmy Grandoyer from France, in her home country. How's the excitement racing in our home country? It feels pretty good, Cedric.
Yeah, it feels pretty good, but as well, a lot of pressure coming with it.
A lot of pressure.
It's always good, but you probably have your family. You want to do good. It's a final. We're in the World Cup. You want to do good,
And the history of this place, the passion of Leger. We've seen some of the most epic races here of all time. She's riding well.
Yeah, you're right. She's looking really smooth so far. She's linking everything she wanted to. She looked like she have the right lines.
She's riding great so far. Emmy is 6 seconds up on Abigail before her crash. She's riding great.
Good, like she's carrying the speed, she's not too aggressive. That's what she wants. You see, she's not over the board really. She don't have the helmet on the top of the handlebar. And
inside line there.
Inside line, that's to avoid those really puffy corners. So much dust there. We can see the rider on the right there.
Abigail still getting the dirt out of the helmet.
Yeah, and it's so steep. You see the front wheel having a hard time to keep the grip. Big drop here, step down. It's a big case there because it's not too much of a landing.
How fast are we talking about down here, Cedric? How fast are our riders going down the bottom section
I'm
here?
sure 45 to 50. No, it's really fast. And even there, I think even faster after the river gap, you even get more speed. This is start to be a little bit more mellow, but you need to crank like she's doing.
She's cranking hard all the way into the finish.
She have to. She knows she can make a lot of time there.
Massive jump. Emmy comes in. She's got one corner to go. She's going to take our hot seat time. She's our first junior rider across the line today. She crosses the line with a 4:21. Our current hot seat leader right now. Look how dry and fast this is. Death grip, no brakes, no
grip. That's what we want to see. Death grip. That's what, you know. If you're able to play some of those today, you're on a good run.
You're on a good run. Let's see what Taylor Ostgaard can take, another American downhill athlete. So far, she is up at split 1, up at split 2, and she is 6.2 seconds.
She's doing the job.
Up on Emmy. Have at it.
More she go down, faster she goes. Now she makes sure you need to keep a lot of energy for the last steep section there.
Now this section is practically out of control, Cedric, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, because you hit your rear brake and nothing is really happening. It's not slowing you down. Then you're like, I'm braking, and I still go fast because it's so steep.
It feels like you're holding onto toilet rolls by now.
Exactly.
All the way to the bottom, and don't touch those brakes. All your mind wants to do is tell you to touch the brakes, but right now she is 6.6 seconds up.
Extending.
She's cranking hard.
And cranking hard, like this is definitely what you have to do today. You cannot cruise down on that section between jump to jump. Back on the pedals.
44 kilometers an hour.
That's fast. And this is a speed trap. I think a little bit higher up was faster.
Wow, Taylor across the line takes our new hot seat, almost 7 seconds faster than Emmy. A fantastic run from the young American, Rebecca Kenyon from the UK.
You can see this corner, first corner is already blowing out, big holes in there.
Our British champ, she's back, she's slightly back. Has she had a slight mistake that we haven't seen? She doesn't look too dusty at the moment.
Don't look too dusty. Cruising, maybe went off course on the top of the track because she was 2.6 on the first split, but she keep losing time. She's struggling to keep her lines, you can see her.
Like back, which also shows just how fast our first couple of riders have been. Taylor's put in a heater through here.
Yeah, like I said earlier, you cannot go down on the normal ride. You need to attack the track. If not, it's even harder. You're hitting all the bumps.
And such high speed straight out of the gate. It's so hard to adapt to from going from... When you have a technical track, you can ease into the speed, can't you? But once it's super high speed from the start, it's a difficult scenario to really step into gear. And our young junior riders are developing their race craft.
Exactly.
Their warm-up routine, what gets them into gear. When you watch our professionals, they have a routine that gets them prepared every race run. And that's part of our junior development here.
Exactly. And as juniors, you know, more runs they do, faster as they go. They're learning. I mean, it's a World Cup. It's not a race you do at home and maybe you used to win. This is, you know, the best juniors in the world.
That's right. Rebecca crosses the line. She puts in a solid time of 4:20, just 5 seconds back from our current hot seat leader, Chloe Vonnier from France, another hometown hero. Starts off smooth through the woods, navigates her way down. She's back as well.
Yeah, it looked like it's a lot of time to make at the top. Even in a wood section before the lake, look and sound kind of short and easy, but you can drop a lot of time.
Where has Taylor found the time? She's put in a heater at the top part of this track here.
She's doing better. Chloe on split number 3, 5.6 back when she was on split number 2, 6 seconds off.
She's made up some time there into the steeps.
Yeah, maybe her plan was to attack, you know, after the lake.
Such a crucial section here. Like, this feeds all of your speed into the lower bit. One little mistake at the start of that chute can really dictate your maximum speed into the bottom section of trail.
Yeah, true. And you know, like some people, maybe they will find out that 4 minutes track is quite short, but when it is so intense and you have to pay attention in every corner, you have 3 different line choice. This keeps you busy for a while.
Keeps you busy. Chloe sprinting and tucking all the way to the bottom. She's got the final jump to go. Now, we're not really affected by wind today, which is lovely. Means these riders can attack these. All rain.
All rain.
Bit of sunshine. She crosses the line. Our French junior woman straight into second place. 5.3 back from our current hot seat rider, Sasha Mills, Aussie from Queensland. She's had a great couple of weeks.
If someone can do good here, it sounds a little bit, it looks like a little bit like Australia, the dirt.
It is.
Maybe Australian should be good today.
I think so. She's 1.7 back. She's in touch.
Yeah,
She's in touch.
It looked a little bit like an Australian dirt.
It is. It's very slippery. It's very dry. We're very used to a bit of almost ejection there.
Yeah, I got.
And I think Aussies are used to riding with that sunshine through the summer and that dappled light, that dappled right you mentioned before. It's so hard to go in and out of the woods. Sasha Mills 1.2 up.
Yeah, she did great on this section there. She carried a lot of speed and, you know, everything like we say, just after the leg. The leg, you need to carry so much momentum, so much will. You need to attack the track so good. But you
nice
need to,
inside.
Yeah, the inside line we saw earlier, Jackson was doing it. And I think it's a lot safer. You see, she tried to be off the crazy line when it's really bumpy and dusty.
Navigates her way through that tricky little corner.
Didn't take the inside,
almost tucks the front.
Yeah.
Come on, Sasha, hold on to it, Leroy. 4 seconds up.
They're
4
good.
seconds into the fourth split. Sasha's on one here.
Yeah, because she was just steady. She went all around the big holes. Like she carried the speed, the momentum, and she's cranking on off
cheeky
camber.
pedals, come on.
She want more speed.
More speed into the bottom section, cranking everything she has.
And good gearing too. She have the proper gearing as well for pedaling. Not too hard, not too easy.
I'm obviously biased, but this is a fantastic run by the young Australian, our new hot seat leader.
That corner is hard. The last corner is so hard.
Look at the fight to the line. Sasha Mills puts in a 4:10. Great run. Fantastic run down there. It's great to see. Very Australian conditions.
Are we going to see a lot of Australian competing against the French?
I hope so. I hope so. I like it. Sasha Ernest.
Oh, yeah, as well. Like looking good on this corner. Well, she's fast there.
Our Kiwi champion.
Oh, she's moving. Definitely.
Look at that. 5.2 seconds.
Split number
up.
2.
Sasha Ernest, part of the Kiwi Junior Women Downhill Domination from Fort William World Championships. She's stamping her authority.
What's the front? She washed out on the corner.
The commentator's curse we spoke to early.
Yeah, you see, like it's a little bit, it's a little double. You need to keep the inside as well. It's a little off camber. And this morning I slide a little bit both wheels because it's quite a bit of a corner. Look at the replay.
It starts early too. She comes in, she overcommits a little bit early. Got to wait a little bit on the inside there and just bad circumstance over the crest.
On the transition, she compressed and the front wheel just lost the grip. Too bad because she was on a great run.
It was too bad. She was 6.2 seconds up. But Les Bonheur from France, another Frenchie. We have some strong French talent coming through in our junior women's field. Can we see Sasha hold on to it? She was 6.4 seconds up just before she duffed it.
Bono on the pedal really early, even off camber. She's going for it. She's in touch on split time, 1 second off. But now it's where it counts.
And a slight mistake like that must be so easy to make, CG. With all this light, like look at the light on the camera. It's like fluorescent light outside line there. I like that one.
Yeah, it's so hard, but what she did was really good. She went up high on the line, not so easy to take. She's taking the chance. She released the brake. Yeah, she's going for it. She released the brake when she have to. She's confident, no problem on the jump. She's sending it nicely there.
Is there enough time to rest on those jumps, Cedric?
No, at all. No. Because you're already sinking on the next corner. Oh, way inside here. Be careful, that big line. Nicely done.
Just noticed there that Sasha Ernest actually recovered to come down in second, so she recovered well, even with that massive mistake.
Split number 2, getting a little bit of time, but
0.6. There's nothing in it.
But it is room. It is still room to improve because soon we're going to enter in those doubles. Oh, she's cranking hard there for the big double. Be careful on that corner where we saw the crash earlier, especially on that compression right there. Nicely done.
Oh, nice inside there. She avoided the main line.
Yeah, and it's really important after because here we don't see the behind the mat. Big roots, you need to keep the inside. Big compression there.
She's up. She's up. Laces up 0.054. There is nothing in it. She has to be perfect from here on out.
She can increase, I think. If you do everything tight, she can increase an advantage for sure.
She's charging. She's so aggressive.
Yes, she's on the outside
Inside.
line. Yeah, inside. She was outside in the beginning. Inside. Oh, nicely done there. Controls the speed. Oh, it's good.
Maintaining great speed down the steepest
She's looking
part
good
of
to
that.
me.
Oh, she's looking fantastic. Oh, Strauss that burns. Stop it. 0.8. She's 0.8 up. Wow, she's coming into the line here. Now this has to be picture perfect. No brakes.
No break.
No worries. Tuck in.
And maybe some crank on the pedaling at the bottom part of the track. She needs to push hard on those pedals.
A European Junior Women's Champion on the pedals hard to the bottom here.
She needs to clear that jump nicely and be careful on our last corner. It's not done until it's done.
It's not done until it's done. We've got one corner to go. She is right in touch. Shroups that turn all the way to the line. Lace Bonheur. She goes second. She goes second.
She lost some time.
0.1.
Yeah. She lost some time after that big drop there.
Wow, 0.1. What fantastic racing. Now our second ranked rider, Valentina Roya Sanchez, is on track. Sasha Mills has put in a fantastic run, it seems.
Yeah, can she do it though?
Here we go. So the second split, we're 3.7 seconds up. Valentina is riding amazing. She's 3.7 seconds up into the second half of the track.
3.7, that's good. That's a big advance. Oh, almost went down.
Corner?
Saved it nicely, like she released the front
Saved it.
brake. Oh, those knobs are probably crying.
They are crying, but she's not crying. She's on it. She's 2.9 back. So that might have rattled her just a little, but she's up. She's got a slight bit of time to play with.
Yeah, 2.9 on split number 3.
Oh, good body position there.
Yeah,
She's
it's
nice
great.
and staunch. I like that. Her head's quite still.
Yeah, it means like she still have quite a bit of energy to attack the last part of the
Line
track.
again.
Yeah, steady here, drop, control, right corner, and now that's a shoot right there. She's going to take the inside, yes!
Oh,
Inside,
first
over
time
the
we've
stump,
seen.
yeah, over the stump. Taking
Over
the
the
chance.
stump. So our next split, she's 3.4 up. She's got a big buffer into this lower section here.
3.4.
3.4. Will we see a new hot seat? That's a big gap. Oh, slightly scrubs a step
Scrubbing
over.
it, scrubbing it.
Come on, Valentina. Let's go into the bottom. On the
Colombian,
pedals hard.
Colombian, more and more riders coming from Colombia. We saw Marcelo Gutierrez.
Marcelo, yes, my teammate for many years. Now the next gen is on their way.
Yeah, she's doing great. She's attacking.
Oh!
Whoa! I told you the last corner is dangerous.
But Bachi holds on to
Oh,
it.
nice.
What a
3.
stressful one. 3.3 seconds up on Sasha Mills into our hot seat, our new hot seat sitter.
Oh, wow.
And now our number 1, Lisa Bouladou on the Commensal team.
With a leader jersey on, at home, what a pressure.
So she's navigated her way down the top.
The Colombian girl had a good run at the top. Can she match at least the time, or can she be better than the Colombian?
In this tricky little bit. Now these off-camber sections are so hard. What can Lisa do here?
Yeah, and it's really hard to tell which line is faster than the other one, you know? Like, it's all about line choice, breaking point, like you said earlier.
She's 2.2 back.
2.2 back.
2.2 back now. We've seen some time be made up in this lower section, the pedaling in these woods.
Yeah, but 2.2 is got a bit of time. If she is going to be able to throw what they have to be done on the last part of the track, though. She have enough energy. Nice inside here. It's like 2-3. You have to be in the middle.
Oh, a bit of an outside line there, carrying a bit of extra speed.
Yeah, you can see it's so bumpy. Look
how
at
big
the
that rut is.
suspensions. Like, you can see bottom out, bottom out.
Boom.
And she's working hard with the upper body too. Like, she's helping the bike nicely.
Lisa's had a great season so far this year.
Inside line as well there.
Over the stump. Wearing the leader's jersey for good reason. She navigates the bottom. She's 3.8 back. She's lost a bit more time.
It's going to be hard now. Wait. I mean, she have to make something really special or pedal the whole thing now.
The French rider, her second French home World Cup, into the bottom, no brakes. She's on the pedals hard here. She's 3.8 back.
Oh, you could see when she was pedaling, the front wheel was like moving left and right because it's a lot of rocks on the ground there.
She's fighting for that podium position
She have to go for it now. Easy on the last corner there.
Valentina has the hot seat. What can Lisa do? She comes in across the line. She's into fourth place for our series leader. Valentina Roya Sanchez takes the victory. An amazing run, a dominant run. The tears of passion, and Sasha Mills gets her first World Cup podium. What an amazing result from the young Queenslander all the way from Australia.
What a ride from the Colombian.
What a ride.
For Valentina. Such a great ride. Steady, aggressive enough, never in danger, but attacking the track the way it have to be done, I guess.
And solid. She looked solid.
Yeah.
We saw her body positioning. She was so calm and collected.
The last corner was scary a little bit. But she went for it. I mean, that's the way you win a race.
That's the way you win a race. Our European champion is on the podium as well. The emotions are running high. What a fantastic result. A huge talent coming from Colombia.
Bono as well, nice number 3rd place.
Nice, so our podium, our top 10, Valentina Roya Sanchez comes home with a 4:07. Sasha Mills from Australia into 2nd place, and Les Bonheur from France into 3rd. Our series leader, Lisa Bouladou, comes home in 4th place, and the Kiwi, Sasha Ernest, with a massive mistake, a huge crash, comes home in 5th place. Taylor Ostergaard in 6th.
Yes, more than 3 seconds for spot number 2 today. I mean, what a ride from Valentina.
What a ride. 3 seconds up.
Full on. Oh, the crowd is so stoked, so stoked. We're going to do the replay. Look at the eyes. Haiming.
No breaks, no worries.
That shot, that's so good because you can totally see the determination, mouth open to breathe, working on the bike, not being a passenger, attacking. She's probably looking 3 or 4 meters ahead.
I'm here with a very happy Valentina. Valentina, your first World Cup junior win. How are you feeling right now?
I am so happy. First World Cup win. The run is so good. It's so dry for the elite men. It's so a destroyer track, and I am so happy for the lap.
You just mentioned how dry it was. We did see a few crashes in this series of runs. Just talk to us about those conditions. They obviously really suited your style.
Yeah, so dry. I am so happy.
How will you celebrate?
Yeah.
Enjoy celebrating, Valentina. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Fantastic to hear from Ashley and speak to her first World Cup, our winner for today, Valentina. The emotions are high, and you can see how much this means to our young junior women as she also takes our series lead by 10 points. Lisa Bouladou gives up that leader's jersey, and the battle continues into our final couple of rounds of our 2023 season.
What a day.
What a run.
What a ride for Valentina. She win the race. Go overall. Ariga, see you later. Thank you very much.
Amazing. The tears of joy will be flowing.
And first victory, and such a big victory. I mean, at this level, just amazing. That's something fantastic to see. And right now, we continue our build-up to our junior men's downhill. We've seen some fantastic performances, some debut podium place getters, debut winners. It's amazing to see. And such a big level if you compare to the elite men's.
And speaking of comparisons, Ryan Pinkerton, he's our junior men's leader right now. Closely behind is Bodie Kuhn. Christian Hauser, our world champion. Leo Abella. Milan Falquet down in 10th there, and 10th overall. Look at all these riders. This is the future right here.
And pretty tight on the top of the point as well. It's going to be a big battle today.
It's going to be a
Everything
great
could
battle.
happen. Everyone is going to throw in everything they have.
And a great international flavour spread out throughout our top 20. It really is an international World Cup field here. As we mentioned before, the weather has been fantastic here in Leger. Proper summer conditions. High 20s, sunny, dusty, dry. Leger is turning it on.
Yeah, Leger delivering again. Every year we come here, it looks like it's amazing us.
It's amazing.
New track, new beats.
It's quite the come down from our junior women's race.
This is going to be full on, Josh. Be ready. Because the speed those juniors are going, put your seatbelt on, you're going to sweat because this is fast.
Not kidding. Ryan Pinkerton laid down our fastest time for our junior men's here today. Faster than time training.
Yes,
yesterday from our elite men's by a second. Now the course is shaping up a treat. As we mentioned, the holes are getting bigger, the ruts are getting looser, and there's a lot of pieces of this track to think about for our junior men. Going in and out of the trees, like we mentioned, into that Oakley Prism section, down into the high speed send at the bottom. The Red Bull Swan Dive, famously, Reece Wilson a couple of seasons ago.
We all remember that.
Come across there, landing on his forehead, so hopefully we don't see that again today.
Full speed at the top, technical in the middle, and more technical after the lake, and even steeper and technical before you exit the last wood section with a big jump you're just talking about, and full on flat out, maybe 50, 60k an hour. I don't know how fast, but it is really fast. This morning my eyes couldn't see the track.
So here we go, Joe Millington, our Kiwi, will kick things off this afternoon, closely followed by the Canadian Dylan Marino. Dane Jewett in there, part of the Jewett brothers from the Pivot Factory Racing. A great little setup between those two brothers going on. Dom Platt from the Continental Atherton team. Cale Foal, our Australian champion, he's really been working his way up the roster this season and puts in a fantastic result in qualifying. So can we see him deliver on race day here? Mike Hooter, Evan Metcalf, Christian Hauser, and Ryan Pinkerton will finish us off today. He will be our last rider down the hill. He's been going from strength to strength this year.
So far it's paying off. He's staying on the bike. He proved he's fast. He's not looking too much at all the lines that he chooses. When he chooses a line, he stick to it. And I saw in practice, he's not moving from line to the other. He's like, stick to the line he knows.
And he has had it all his own way this season. Ryan's in the lead, but he's had a bit of a turbulent couple of rounds. He had a couple of crashes, a few dramas. He had a few dramas at the World Championships.
World Championship, yeah.
Do you think that helps? Did that spur him on? That little bit of anger and a bit grumpy?
I think give him a lot of anger, because missing worlds like this, he was not too happy, and I think he want to make a point today, and he's making already a point, but he just want to nail it.
And you mentioned before, you saw him up on track. He's actually taking a lot of those tight inside lines. Now, that must be difficult considering how loose it is.
Yes, and of course, he said the shortest line is straight line. That's his answer. Then he's sticking to it, and I think Brian Lopes tell him, like, yeah, don't do extra terrain, don't do extra work. Just in, and full speed.
And having a mentor like Brian Lopes in your corner, one of the greatest to ever ride a bicycle, it must help that mental preparation, physical preparation.
So much pressure at the start, especially when you're running the European jersey on your shoulder.
And the pride of your national jersey. I mean, Joe's about to drop in here, our first junior man on track. These juniors are developing their racecraft. They're preparing, they're learning how to race here at the World Cup level. And to come from New Zealand or Australia, it's a long way. It's very difficult for these young athletes to get the experience of racing a track like Leger, the competition, the process. There's so much for these riders to factor in and prepare for to drop in today.
And, you know, and probably different as well than, you know, the routine they have at home. I mean, in Europe, it's everything is different. Yeah. And they need, you know, to get in that routine to make them comfortable with the people around them, to make them feel comfortable. Yeah, it's hard, and this is a new elite for the future. This is the future of mountain biking. Those juniors are the futures. And when you see at the time compared to the elite, sometimes, like you say early on, they're already in there.
They're already fast. And not to mention the parents and the family support. A lot of these kids are doing it off their own back. So shout out to the parents who are supporting their kids and giving them an opportunity to race all around the world and investing in their future. It's a really big setup. It's a very difficult scenario, and it's amazing to see. Fans are building down there in the sunshine. What a spot to watch.
Probably one of the best sport, you know, to see how fast, when you're on the side of the track, you don't realize, you know, how fast they go and how hard they hit those ruts and roots and rocks, and full speed, full commitment. You know, big preparation on the bike as well from the teams, the mechanics, telemetry, computers on the bike to make sure everything is working fine and good for the rider. It's a lot of work behind the scene we don't see, but we all know. It's like a motorsport in motocross, or it's a lot of technique in there. It's a lot of computers. It's a lot of feeling and talking with engineers and mechanics to make the bike the way the rider wants the bike.
Which is a huge learning curve for our juniors. Our juniors probably never dealt with that much focus and that much intrinsic detail to get into their race run. A lot of these juniors, they're very talented, they are strong, they are fit, but they're learning their racecraft. It's part of that racecraft to develop their bike, the travel, the food.
There we go, it's on!
Joe Millington kicks us off. Our first junior man on track.
Oh, aggressive right away on the three berms.
Is that Blanky?
Blanky style, full speed. Does he have gloves on? Oh no, I think I couldn't see if he have gloves on like Blanky style. But he's pushing. He kind of the look of Blanky, attacking the track right away from first meter.
Sam Blenkinsop, I'm sure, is a huge inspiration to our young New Zealand riders.
Inside line there, you see, using just the end of the berm and now inside into that rut before the big drop.
Oh, straight down that step down. So a new section here.
Light, the transition light. You see, he lost the rear a little bit. Outside line, we saw that with Loic Bruni in practice. It's a different line. It's another one way inside. We're going to have the intermediate time soon.
So a chance to have a slight rest as we come across the lake there. Now we're back into the forest, a very technical forest. There's the inside and outside developing in that bit that is key for this whole next section.
Yeah, I took the inside. We saw a different line on the women's and outside. It's really hard to take as well, but we're going to see different lines on the junior men's. See the way he's pumping to grab as much speed as he can. We're on the second part where it's technical of the track. Look at the work of the suspension. You see the back wheel losing the grip. Keep the upper line. This is definitely good, but not easy to do.
Not easy to do. That high line is so hard to get to.
Oh, his back wheel is swinging.
Swinging off it. Come on, Joe. Hold on to it.
Doing good so far.
A lot of nerves for our young junior men here today.
Oh, nice whip there. That double is not so small. Looks small now because they go really fast, but it's quite big. Nicely done here on the inside.
You can see in these shots.
Stall it in that corner a little bit. That's the stump. You have to jump and keep the inside. If not, you could carry on into defense there. Really critical corner.
You can see on the screen just how difficult the light is. Looking, you can barely see the holes in the roots, and that's exactly what these riders are dealing with.
Keeping the dent here. Sending it big time there where it's difficult, taking the chance. There we go, and it's just rider number one from the junior on track right now. Joe Willington from New Zealand.
Roaring down. This is looking spectacular. He's going to post our first time for our junior men here this afternoon.
It looked like he was losing the grip of his back wheel quite a lot.
It did, yeah. It looked a little soft
Looked
there.
like maybe the rebound, maybe too quick, or the bike not taking everything, or...
With such dry conditions, it could almost seem like a flat, can't it? So Joe across the line. Comes across the line with a 3:40.1. Our first man, he'll take his spot on the hot seat here today. Dylan Marino, our Canadian, thumping through those braking bumps to start. He's into the steep and deep already.
Whoa.
He's 2 seconds up. He's been in the green the whole run, so he's been putting down a great run so far.
Inside line already there.
Cedric, do you think casing that little jump out of the corner will affect their speed coming down here?
No, because when you release the brakes right away, that wall is quite steep. But of course, if you can aim the landing a little bit better. Oh yeah, bunny up that big thing to the transition there. Oh, he's pushing hard.
Pushing hard.
His upper body way stand up and pedaling like it's not tomorrow.
Big, powerful Canadian into the final corner. That's getting difficult.
Oh, he's doing good there.
Across the line with a 3:36.
4 seconds.
4 seconds faster than Joe. A new hot seat.
5, 4.
Daniel Parfit from the UK.
You see those corners start to be tricky. It's like
Look
two
at
or
the
three.
holes.
Yeah, three hole in one corner right out of the gate. Oh, he's cranking hard on the off camber. Oh, he's on the green.
He's up.
He's up.
0.09. There's nothing in it.
He's not, but he still have some energy left.
Daniel, do not touch the brakes. Let it fly.
Carrying a lot of speed there. You see the way he's manualing every little bump there. It is a roller just before that jump as well. We don't see behind the car, but it's a little roller. You need to manual.
Into the final corner. Can he hold that slightest advantage? What has he done across
second.
the line? And he's 1.6. He's lost 1.6 in that lower section.
That's a lot of time.
That's a lot of time.
That's a lot of time.
Mistake, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. He didn't carry so much speed, but inside there, different line.
Nathan Pointvin, another Frenchie.
For European champion. Thinking different line already on the corner number 2. He's up. He's at 1 second in the red so far.
Gets the high line.
For Nathan Pointvin. Oh, nice one! I was looking at it this morning, and I was thinking that was impossible, but I think it's impossible, I guess.
That is humongous.
Oh, he's on the limit. On that corner, it's always greasy there because it's a river. Oh, he's attacking so hard.
First rider we've seen pull the trigger on that massive gap out of the woods. He got the high line and carried that speed. That's about a 25-foot gap out of the corner.
This
Massive.
morning, yesterday, I think I filmed it on my Instagram. Like, is it possible or not? But I guess it is possible.
It is possible. Can he make up some time? He's still 1 second back. He's made up a little bit of time.
A little bit of time, but
like we saw,
because he moves so much on the bike, he's jumping so much around, looks so fast, but in the end, it's not translating the timing.
he's a bit dirty. Has he had a bit of a lie down?
You see, oh yeah, he's dirty on the right.
Oh, he's 1.5 up.
1.5
up.
Yeah, he definitely dirty on the right.
A
He
European
went down
champion.
because he wasn't dirty at the start. You don't show up into the final with the dirty pants. Oh, he won more. Look how aggressive he is.
He's 1.5 up and he's had a lay down.
If he had to lay down, it depends where, but it's a lot of time.
He was 2.5 up and then he was 1 second back, so he's had a duff somewhere.
Yeah.
He's into the bottom. He's recovered well.
And it's
Nathan
enough for
Pointvin.
1.4.
1.4 into the lead with a crash. Wow.
Then it means if he crashed, it means like he crashed before the lake.
That's right. He had a crash somewhere in those technical lines at the top. Daniel Castellanos Liberal, our Spanish downhiller.
1.8 back.
1.8 back.
On split number 3.
He made up 2 seconds by split 2, but he's 1.8 back now.
Oh, nicely done there. Really close to the tape.
Pulls
To
trigger
the
on that
poles.
double. Daniel riding smooth at the bottom here. Full gas. That looks so electric coming down there all the way across the road.
It looks really good into that stump. You see he put his wheel between the stump and the pole. That's definitely a good line, and he had a really good exit speed after that big berm and the big Red Bull drop.
Scrubs the last jump. He's charging hard to the line. What can he do here today? He's going to take our 4th position. 3:38.8.
4 seconds back.
4 seconds back. Where has Nathan pulled that time from? Dane Jewett, our Canadian.
Wow, he's flying.
Part of the Jewett brothers launches into the corner. He's 2.8 up. He's 1.4 up at split 4. He's lost a little bit of time.
Maybe he gave too much on the beginning on the after the lake section, you know, where it's all bumpy and a lot of terrain, different lines, but still 1.4 though.
Oh, pedals all the way through that jump. Sprinting to the line. He's looking hungry to the finish.
Yeah, that's what you have to do on that track.
48.8 kilometers an hour. Rips it across the line. What can Dane Jewett do? Dane Jewett takes the lead. 0.5 of a second up. Dane Jewett, our Canadian, is our new hot seat leader.
A lot of riders are losing time at the bottom part of the track, eh?
It's such a
You can see the difference
here.
Yeah, but it's weird because in a small amount of terrain, they lose a lot of time. I don't know, maybe this position, the speed, I don't know.
Caden Gray's on course.
Yeah, he was
up.
He was up, but he
Got the
probably
dirty
crashed.
pants
Yeah,
again.
dirty. 7.6 on split number 3. He went down.
Yeah, we're seeing some varied times in the splits here, CG. There's a lot going on up there.
Yes, it didn't look like it was worth it. Pushing really, really hard over the board, maybe to the first wood section, but it's a lot of time to be made because he was 1.2 on split number 3, split number 2, and probably crashed right after that on split number 3. It's 7.6 up, back.
Yeah, unfortunately lost about 8 seconds there. Still 47 kilometers an hour. He's charged well. He's recovered well. Across the line for Caden. Caden comes across the line in 7th place, 8.5 seconds back from our Canadian. Dane Jewett still in the lead. Now Sacha Lenard from France. What can he do, the big unit from France?
They're going to attack the track right from the start. You can see he was in the green until split number 2, but lost a lot of time on split number 3, 2.4. We saw a lot of people doing like that.
Back. What's happening in the woods up there?
And 5 now. This is all after the lake. It's getting rougher and rougher. It's getting deeper and deeper. The line is not holding anymore. It's a lot of dust. Really hard to maybe keep the same lines in practice. That's maybe what is happening.
Do you think this shows that this track requires a level of patience to it? Do you think these young juniors are attacking the track, that inexperience is lacking that patience this track deserves?
I think you're totally right. I think they need to have option number B and C now because the main line is probably just too destroyed.
Vincent Juvenal, another Frenchie on the Scott Factory team.
Oh, I was telling you.
5 up.
He was looking good in practice. He looked aggressive. He's fast, he's strong, he's technical. The way he's doing that, you know, in exit on the berm, definitely is faster.
He's lost 1.5 seconds in the 4th split, but he's coming into the bottom. As we've seen, this lower section can have seconds to play with.
Yeah, we saw like a second and a half who can be done on the last part of the track. Can he do it though?
Pedaling across the line, this is everything he has. Sprinting to the finish.
Yeah, he's sprinting hard.
48 kilometers an hour. He's on pace. Cross the line. What can Vincent do?
Third. 1.3
back. Our Canadian still sits in the lead.
A lot of time lost again after that Red Bull gap. After that big berm. That section, a lot of time. Is it windy or is it not? I don't know. Maybe touching the brake a little bit too much.
Maybe. Our Kiwi champion is on course. Luke Wayman from New Zealand.
All green at the top, split 1 and 2, but something is happening for split 3. They're all in red from now on. Split number 4, 2.2.
2.2 back. And that final exposed chute is included in this final split all the way down, and that has a detrimental effect on your speed into this lower section. 2 different lines there. When you reconnect to the road, you have the inside line a little bit more bumpy, or outside like Luke Wayman from New Zealand did. 2.2 on split number 4, what he can do. What can our Kiwi champ do? A New Zealand champion, 2.3 back on Dane Jewett, still in the hot seat. And now that final quarter, Cedric, it's getting worse, isn't it? It's getting worse. We saw earlier, and I don't think it's going to be better and better. It's going to be worse and worse from now on. I mean, it's so dry, and everyone is breaking into the corner, then it's getting destroyed. Big double there. Jack McLeod on course from Canada. Pulls the trigger of that big thing. Oh, no! That's the crash. Oh, felt that. That was a big one. That's a lot of time too. Oh, that's a bummer for our Canadian. Yeah, that's a lot of time. I mean, Hugo Marini from the Commensal Markov by Riding Addiction team. Losing the front there, but still pending. A little bit like that Prela will do, all in. That's right, holding the fort down this weekend for the Commensal team. He's 0.2 off the pace. Yeah, he's in contact though on split number 3. This split 4 has been the deciding factor. There's so much going on in this section here with our lines the light, the ruts, the holes.
Yeah, and all this line choice, that's where a lot of people have to work really hard on those line choice there.
Hugo Marini's looking a bit dirty again. Has he had a lie down?
I don't know, it looks
Another
nasty, but
crash.
like the right side a bit.
He's 1.3 back. He's had a little lie down somewhere.
Yeah, not as big as we saw earlier, but it definitely, I think, went down. Maybe on the slower corner because it looked a little bit, not so much, but still dusty though. He went to the ground.
That's right. He's lost a couple of seconds there. He's sprinting hard to the finish.
Yeah, he
What
went
is
down.
in the woods up there, CG?
Yeah.
Something has happened. There's a sniper somewhere. Across the line, Hugo Marini, our French junior, all the way, misses the hole.
4.8, 48 kilometers an hour. That's quick.
3:35 for Hugo.
Yeah, he definitely went down.
John Moselle from the Forbidden Synthesis team, charging hard. He's into the steeps already. He's 3.1 up.
3.1 up at this stage of the track. It smells good.
Charging.
Oh, nicely done on that corner.
RIP Tyre, he's 3.7 up. He's nailed the wood section. He's got to hold on from here to the finish.
Well, we saw a lot of time was lost there. It's all about keeping the position, no brakes, and pedal when you can.
Let's go, John, all the way.
Oh,
Straight through the air.
No problem.
He's leaving nothing to chance. They're doing some fantastic things, that Forbidden Synthesis team, and this is a great start. 53 kilometers an hour. John Moselle takes the hot seat. 3:29, our first athlete under the 3:30 barrier.
And the speed.
The speed.
We was using like a 40K, 45, 40, 48K an hour.
Wow. Something in the water in Canada at the moment. Speaking of, Jake Polito, another Canadian. He's slightly back at the moment.
Yeah, 4 seconds up on split number 3.
Oh, went outside of that rut there. I don't mind
he's
that.
on limit there on the track.
Oh my goodness, that is loose as a goose coming down there. 7.2 back at split 4 for Jake.
Yeah, he's going backward from now on. He's 7.2 now in the red.
Which also shows what kind of run his fellow Canadian John's put down. It's a fantastic time coming down the mountain there. Jake, over the final couple of jumps, tucking, pedaling hard, gives that final little roller a pump. 49 kilometers an hour, so we saw Moselle go over 50 kilometers an hour.
You see, he took the inside.
Slap at the base.
Yeah, he saw the corner was a little bit destroyed, went for the inside line.
So 3:37 from Jake. Here we go, Dom Platt from the Continental Atherton team. He's got the British champions jersey. He's 3.6 back. He's attacking.
Whoa,
Wow,
he's
that's
attacking
getting
there.
worse.
Yeah, but he was going for it though. You could see.
5.7 back at split 4. That little Schraub corner is actually becoming quite important, isn't it?
Yes, and especially the beginning. Like we said earlier, I think the race is going to be done after the lake because it looked like a lot of things been moving there. The lines, it was 2 or 3 lines, maybe those lines are a little bit destroyed now. It's time for plan B or C for, you know, taking another line, because if they're destroyed.
Dom comes across the line. He's 6 seconds back with a 3:35, which is nothing to sneeze at, but it shows how fast Moselle has put down. What the time he has put down today is on for a good one. Oscar Griffiths, another emerging UK talent, almost duffs it in the first corner.
Those 3 corners are getting really destroyed. Oh
no, what's going on here?
Yeah. Well, that's definitely the corner where. Oh! It was about a time. It was suffering already since like 2 or 3 corners.
That was a long one. The riding was on the wall at the beginning of that section. Let's just see what happens here. A bit out of control. He goes the inside of the stump.
Oh yeah, you see
Look
the
at those
compression, no
loose
more power.
rocks.
Yeah, but even like he had no more energy. He couldn't handle the pressure anymore. Like it's steep, and that corner is really sharp. Like so, and couldn't hold on anymore to the bike. You know.
Leo Abella from the Commensal Lazor team.
Really nicely done on Stu first corner in the inside, keeping it safe. Upper line here.
Yeah, Upper line through the holes, ricochets through the woods.
That's where everything is happening, I think, so far. It's in this wood section where it's the magic have to happen.
And it comes in at such a fast bit, like you have to maintain good speed over these jumps. There's not much time to recover, is there?
No, and there you need to open the line. It's kind of straight, and this corner coming in, it's really important to determine the big off camber coming. Oh, nicely done here. Way up there. Is he going to double? Make the corner and double it like we saw earlier. No, keep it steady. Oh, he's doing good though. He's in
nice
touch.
high line.
He's in touch on split number 2.
That's a cheeky huckabuck into the woods. He's only 0.03 back. He's well in touch.
We're going to have the timing right there.
Oh, that outside line that we saw Sasha Ernest
Lost a little
tuck
bit
the
more
front.
time. Sorry. Lost a little bit of more time on split number 3. But there's still room to improve. We're going to enter the critical zone when it's steep, it's hard. A lot of line choice there. You need to think outside the box now.
Which is interesting. There's not much line choice in this bottom section, but it's crucial. So is it that main line? You got to ride that main line with confidence.
Yeah, and it is 2 line, but they all end up to the same line at the end.
That was nice. He's 1 second back, so he's lost a half a second in that steep exposed section there.
When you look at him though, it's flat out, it's smooth. You know, he's not doing like crazy thing. Steady, keeping the speed, pedaling
Sprinting
hard.
through the line. He'll be able to feel the home crowd here. Pumping his way 1 second back, so that's nothing.
Oh, send it deep on that jump.
Hucked to flat. Here we go across the line. He launches out of the corner. What can Leo do? Leo is 0.7 back.
He's the only one who made time at the bottom.
29. He made up time at the bottom on John Moselle. You could see the split times came down. He had a great lower section, but it wasn't enough to disrupt the hot seat. He's in second at the moment, and now Luca is on track. Luca Thurlow.
He's 2 seconds up on split number 2.
He's 2 seconds back.
Yeah, back. It's a lot of time. Oh, the front there.
Hold on to it, mate. Hold on to
Oh, he did. He surely did. But cost him a lot of time.
Oh, look at the speed he lost there. Oh, so easy.
No,
it can just disappear so easy on you.
Yeah, he was off. He was off the bike too. You know, like it's hard to come back on the bike, reset, go again.
So hard to reset. I mean, when you crash, CG, there's so many emotions go through your mind. It's so hard for these young riders to reset, isn't it?
Yeah, it's only few people can reset right away. I see only few people, and I think Ryan Pinkerton is one of them. He make mistake in Andorra, come back straight to the game. It's really hard. I mean, you always think it's natural. You think about, why did I do that mistake? Why did I do that mistake? You carry on and you miss the next corner. That is so hard.
They are using every inch of track here. You see how close they're getting to the course markers. Whoa, that section's getting deep.
Deep. And a lot of the, like you put your wheel and you don't expect how deep it is. He's 8.5. Now in the red, 9.9.
Comes in hot here, so he just gets a bit off weight there, bit off line.
Yeah, you see his front wheel was looking for the grip and he just lost it all.
Cal Foal, our Australian champion, he's been building this year from Fusion Racing. A great set of Australian humans that have supported some junior talent coming over here to race the World Cup circuit, which is great to see. No easy feat. Cale's put in a great qualifying, and he's on for a good one here today. You mentioned it before, CG, very Australian conditions with loose dust, the dappled light.
That's what I remember from Australia. It looks like this, and really thin dust as well.
Oh, he's 2 seconds back at the second split, but the pivotal splits are coming. What can he do in this lower section here? Has he paced himself well? He's been going from strength to strength with those bunch of Aussies over here at the moment.
That line really hard to catch. You see, it's no berm. That's why we saw the crash earlier. Nicely done there. He's keeping the really high up line.
Nice smooth style, maintaining good speed.
Yeah, look at that. He bunny up. That was nice. It was nice to bunny up because it's a big compression there. Being able to bunny up that at this stage of the track, it still has some energy.
So as we approach our split 3, Cale Foal comes into the bottom here. There's so many lines and so many bits and pieces down here. You've got to hit that main line with confidence, but like Cedric said, you need to have some other options in the bag. play it live.
2.6 on split number 3.
2.6 back. 2.6, we've seen that disappear in this lower section here. Through the woods, the ruts are getting deeper.
Yeah, he's staying on the main line there, you know.
John
Not so
Moselle, Leo Abella, Dane Jewett, our top 3 at the moment. The Australian on course.
He definitely know the dirt. You see, his back, you know, his weight was on the back. He was not pushing too much on the front. He's Australian. He know that kind of dirt. You could definitely see it. 2.7 split number 4 now.
So he was in touch on that fourth split. He only lost 0.1 of a second, but he's 2.7 back as he comes across the final straightaway, launching into the finish there. Have we got a bit of a, there's a bit of wind about, is that a bit of a tailwind?
Yeah, a little bit now, it's maybe sideways.
You think sideways?
Yeah. Oh, nicely done on that corner. He's the only one who actually rolled it perfectly.
Cale Foal across the line with a 3:32. That puts Cale into 3rd place at the moment. He's in podium contention with a few riders to go. He's stoked. He's stoked on that. Kimi Vialdo.
We saw him fast in Andorra.
Oh, inside there.
Yeah. A couple riders been doing that. He was fast in Andorra. He crashed in Ludenvière.
0.5 back. He's in touch. 0.5's nothing on a track like this.
Different bike, different suspension setup from Boss. You see a lot of
stay calm.
Calm, yeah. Oh, bunny up, really nice there. Like second rider, we see doing the bunny up to avoid that big compression.
Inside line in that little bowl corner. We can't quite see it on camera there, but there's an inside line that's very tight, very slippery to get a hold of.
He's in touch. Whoa! Good, but really limit on the grip. You could see the front wheel was like not grabbing it, and he finally got the grip at the end of the corner.
He's 1.4 black at split 3. So he's lost a little bit of time. He's lost 1 extra second to Moselle through there. Navigates the bottom section well. Goes the inside line into our bottom chute here.
Oh, nicely done here on that corner. He didn't stop the bike. He carried the speed. That's fast there.
That is fast.
That's
He's
fast.
launching through here. Kimi.
Okay,
what can he do?
It's Des grip now. 2.3 on split number 4.
He's losing more time.
You see that gap, they're sending big on that gap. That gap is quite big.
That gap is quite big. That is nothing to sneeze at. All the way to the bottom. He's got a couple more jumps to go.
You need to pedal hard. It's 2.3 back.
He's 2.3 back here. The time is sub 3:30. The boys are into the 3:29s. Two-wheel drift into the bottom corner.
Yeah, 3rd.
Kimi Vialdo kicks out our Australian. He's into 3rd place as we approach our fastest qualifiers of the day.
You see, the last corner, he was on double drift. There we go.
Two-wheel drift. Milan Felquet from France, from Pink Bike Racing, destroys the first corner.
Second corner, yeah.
He's in touch here, 0.7.
Yeah, back. He's still in touch. Still, when you're under a second, you're still in touch. You're still good to go. So, bottom line here, different line. See, they carry a lot of speed too, and hitting the bottom line, still fast.
Still fast, yeah. He managed to get that off camber well. Navigates the high routes. He hits that bowl corner in the bottom, which might exit you with more speed.
Yes, I think so, but those 2 corners are really greasy. The river is really narrow, and yesterday when I walked the track, I saw it was still greasy there.
He's lost a little bit of time, 2.4 in that 3rd split.
Well, it's quite a lot of time. 2.4 in split number 3, that's a lot of time, Josh. It's going to be hard to come back now.
It's going to be hard for our French champion to make that up, the big number 10 plate.
Let's be honest, it's going to be tough, but you know, you need to try all the way to the end, especially now when it's critical and bumpy and steep and dusty. Yeah, he's staying too much on the brakes. He's staying too much when he's braking. He's grabbing way too much brakes. Just stay too long on the braking zone. 4 seconds now, split number 4. He lost a lot of time.
Lost a lot of time through that section there.
He was falling in sleep on his braking zone. You know when you're tired, you stay on the brake, you stay on the brake. That's
brake a little bit too deep, you lose that exit speed. And that just compounds. If you ruin that entrance and you have your braking points in the wrong spot, it ruins all your exit speed. into the final corner for Milan, our French junior downhill champion. Comes across the line, 5 seconds back with a 3:34 on track.
From Switzerland.
Mike Hutter from Switzerland navigates the holes at the start there. He's 3.4 back. Has he had a bit of a mistake? Let's have a bit of a look here.
Well, the close would tell if he went to the ground.
He's through the woods. Oh, a bit of a huckabuck through there.
Yeah, he's fighting.
Strong rider.
I don't see any dust on his clothes. Then I guess maybe an offline in a couple of the corners, you know. He had up really quick, you know. You make 2 or 3 mistakes right away and you're 3.4 on split number 2. That could actually happen.
Bit of a tire drift, bit of a dab through a corner, just slightly missed line, maybe got a bit of a buck to the wrong line. Whoa! Scando into the lower section here. This corner here, Cedric, seems to be a bit of a factor. I think that one's a lot more difficult than it seems on screen.
Yeah, that's the one I was telling you with a big stump in inside. You need to stay really close to the tree, but if you don't manage to make that corner good, you're going to pay the consequences for 2 or 3 corners because you're not going to carry as much speed. Then it's hard. Okay, we're back with him in the steep, 3.6 back in the split number 3. Oh,
hold on to it, Mike.
Saved it.
Riding like a lunatic coming down here. He's all the way into the bottom section.
Oh, you see the back wheel losing the grip. Oh, he's on the edge.
He's on the edge just the way we like it. This is downhill finals racing and it's all on the line here. There's no room to relax. You have to be full gas and as perfect as possible from top to finish. 3.8 back at split 4. What will he come across the line? He's cracked our 50km/h mark. He's 51.7. Mike Hutter, he puts across a 3:33, so that puts him into 5th place. Look how tight the times are.
Straight back to the top.
Roy Ostfield from Israel. We saw this young fella last week riding laps of the Ludenville course in the rain, not scared one bit. He's charging hard today. What can he do? He's 2.2 back at split 2.
You know, I guess taking every training you can in every condition, I make you a better rider.
Makes you a great rider. And the attitude was so impressive to see for a young fella with such a stressful scenario. Have such a positive attitude and just a keenness to get amongst it was amazing to see. He's putting in a great ride here today. Looking solid on the bike. I really like that style. Inside line down there.
Yeah. You know, we was talking about that inside. If someone was taking it, but you see, someone took it and it looked pretty fast to me. He's 2.2 back on split number 3. 3.6 now on split 3.
He's lost another second through that middle bit there. Charging to the line. Oh, ricochet off the root.
Yeah, this corner is really hard because you need to corner really deep between these 2 corners, but it's not much room. Taking the pads off a bit.
Oh, that could have been catastrophic. You can't get experience like this, Cedric, can you? Racing at a World Cup level on a World Cup track. If you're at home, you just cannot get this same experience for our junior riders, can we?
No, because this is World Cup grass, you know, it's a World Cup. The field is really tough and you need to push your limit. You need to be able to dance with the red zone. 4.5 on split number 4.
And that one corner is probably one of the most easiest corners on the track, but it's having a huge effect on our times. That big Shrout turn, a big cutty corner makes a massive difference into this final straightaway.
Well, he's pushing hard though. I mean, 4.5, nothing to be ashamed with. You know, it's a tough run, you know. 48 kilometers an hour on the speed trap.
48 k's an hour. Roy Ostfield comes across the line from Israel. Comes into 9th place. He's top 10 at the moment. We've only got a few riders to go. We're into our top 3. Evan Metcalf, all the way from the USA.
Oh! Did he blow the corner?
Did he miss a marker?
I don't know. They couldn't see it from the camera.
He was up. He was up. He's only 0.05. There's nothing in that.
He's in touch though. He's in touch. Still possible for the American. Evan Metcalf.
Amazing they can measure to that degree of time. You try and get a stopwatch and hit it as fast as you can barely hit it past 0.5. So he's 0.05 back.
Pretty solid there.
Split 3.
What do we see on the next split time?
Good batch of American talent coming out at the moment for downhill. Ryan Pinkerton.
Yeah, he's in green.
He's 0.8 up. Evan is 0.8 of a second up here.
He looks strong.
Will he dethrone our hot seat
Oh, he's taking the line.
leader right now?
You see,
0.8.
He's not suffering. He's taking the line, keeping the inside here. Oh, he's looking good. He took the inside there. Exit. Oh, nice. The inside.
That corner. Inside. Launches off the step here.
Oh, so good there in that corner. He definitely.
Oh my goodness. Look how steep that shot is. Are you kidding me? Falling down the side of the mountain. 0.3. He's 0.3 up. Evan Metcalf is 0.3 up on John Moselle. He's been in the hot seat for ages. What can he do in this bottom section? We've seen it before. Riders have lost so much time at the bottom here. What can Evan do? He's sprinting to the line. Get some pedals in, mate. Come on, let's go.
Oh, he's still in green. I don't know if it will be enough, but look like it.
Evan Metcalf, 50 k's an hour into the bottom corner. Misses the hole across the line. It's going to be tight.
Got second.
And he's going to come into second place. 0.051. Wow, 0.051. That is an insane time gap. Christian Hauser.
We can see something magic out of this rider, Christian Hauser from Italy. On track now.
The Italian champion.
Oh, he's fast all the season, looking good. He's looking good right now. It amazes me every time I see him riding. Amazes me about the skills he had. Oh, he's in green. 1.2 on sprint number 2.
1.2 up. He's put in a heater at the top. Christian Hauser, our Italian junior champion.
I love the way he's making things simple. He just jumps things. When it's complicated, he jumps.
Don't worry about the bumps, just jump straight over him. Inside line into the pedaling section here. Oh, is he chilling? What's happening
What is he
here?
cruising now?
Oh no, he's
got a
flap.
mechanical.
I can hear a bit of a flap going on there. What's happening? Is he just taking his time?
I don't know, I cannot see.
Oh,
9, yeah.
No.
He crashed at the top. I could see a little bit of dust, but I wasn't sure. But yeah, he crashed.
Oh, what a bummer. Plenty of positives to take away from that, though. He was obviously up and riding well in those upper woods. He had some good lines.
Always something, you know.
You've got to take something away. There's a positive there. You can't just be that. Wow, look how steep that looks.
That's the section I was telling you. It feels so steep. You try to brake and your back accelerate.
Yeah, give us a bit of style, Christian Hauser. Coming down to the line. So we've got one rider left who can challenge our Canadian. Can Ryan Pinkerton put in a back-to-back performance and take off our Canadian hot seat leader right now? John Moselle has been on the hot seat for a number of riders and no one has been able to come close to him. 0.05 into second place. Ryan Pinkerton, the American champion, the series leader. One of the biggest emerging talents we have is on track as we speak, and he's 2.4 up. Ryan Pinkerton is tearing the Leger course apart. Oh, looking solid too.
I'm telling you, it's all about the inside line. No extra terrain for him.
Inside line, he misses the run.
He's an inside guy.
I think he's been watching Loic Bruni a little bit. He misses that double jump, hucks the hole.
Oh, he looks so composed and almost easy.
Floating across this track. Inside line there.
Remind me a little bit of Aaron Green in early days.
It does. It does, and what a role model. Aaron Gwynn. We could be witnessing the rise of our next American downhill talent.
Inside, way inside.
So impressive to see. 3.5 up. Ryan Pinkerton is putting in an epic performance. 3.5 in split 3. Now it's not over. We've already seen time like this disappear in this split 4, but he's carrying great speed down there. That GT bike is looking amazing.
Oh, so fast there. Look how much speed he carried on that speed when everyone was looking quite slow because it's steep. But no problem for Ryan Pinkerton.
Launches out of that corner. He's 3.9. Come on, Ryan. He's 3.9 up.
You say the way he jumped from corner to corner. This is dedication. He's fast, he knows.
Look how big that gap is down there. What a fantastic perspective. He hucks onto the road. Look, he's going too fast for his gears. Our GT Continental Factory Racing athlete. He's been putting in a huge performance over the last couple of rounds. Scrubs the jump, 51 k's an hour. What can he do? 3.9 up. Ryan Pinkerton crosses
He's
the
done
line
it!
with a 3.25. 3.25. Ryan Pinkerton is our junior men's champion. Look at the stoke. Look at the excitement. Wow. You can feel how much that means to him. He keeps his leader's jersey and he comes out on top.
Back to back. Do you see the dedication? He wanted more. He was pedaling. It was not enough for him. More pedal, more speed. No problem. I can take that. Love that.
And a lot of different lines. He missed a lot of those big lines that we saw that brought some other riders undone.
No extra terrain. Inside. Inside. At least it's kind of easy for him. Inside, he knows. Inside, doesn't matter. Inside.
If you ride less track, you're going to ride a lot faster. Cam Cole, a great mentor in that GT team. Wow, what a performance today. Our downhill junior men's. Ryan Pinkerton with a 3.25. 5 seconds faster than our elite men's time training. John Moselle in the hot seat for ages from our Forbidden team. Amazing performance there. Roe Osfield comes away with an 11th place. And Daniel Castellanos Liberal from Spain rounds out in 19th today for our junior men's final. Oscar Griffiths comes across the line at 26. Sacha Leonard from France. Luca Thurlow. Ryan Pinkerton with a 3.25. Wow, what a performance.
Well, that's a fast time. Because he
That's
was on
a fast
27 in semi-final.
Yeah.
He's on the 25 and the track
Is
got
worse.
even worse. Look at the replay. Look the way he's braking. He's using
Middle finger.
Yeah, middle finger.
What? That's quite unheard of in a lot
You
of
see-
mountain biking
I
terms.
remember one friend of mine using brakes like this. He told me it helped him to control the bike and his handlebar a lot better.
Look how still his head's staying. That body position, you can show he's been putting in the work.
Elbows out.
Elbows out, eyes ahead, still head, and letting that bike, letting that Fox suspension, those Continental tires dance underneath him. Look how wild and loose that is.
Ryan, congratulations. Your 3rd win on the bounce. So composed. It was a crazy run. Is there any stopping you this season?
I don't know, I finally got like my confidence back. I'm just riding like how I know I can ride. And that run wasn't past my limits. It was right on my limit and it was perfect.
It's quite loose out there. We've seen a few guys crash. How much are you enjoying those conditions?
Oh, I love them. It's just like riding at home. I know exactly where the grip is, so it's nice.
And you're going to go celebrate now.
I'm going to celebrate.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
He's going to celebrate 3 wins in a row, of course.
Just exuding confidence there. It's a humble brag, but he's doing well. He knew the conditions. He was comfortable with it. He extends his point lead over Bodie Kuhn. Missing today. Ryan Pinkerton in first with 283. Bodie Kuhn in second. Leo Abella third. Christian Hauser, Hugo Marini, Mike Hooter, Nathan Pontvian, Henry Kiefer, our world champion. Dom Platt in 14th. John Moselle in 18th. He's rocketed his way up the points with a performance like that today.
I love the way he was playing with his limit. You know where the grip was, and a condition like that, big respect. It looked like a little bit like the Big Bear dirt, you know?
Little bit, yeah. A little bit Californian.
Look at this. How fast he was going there. And this is slow-mo. Look, the inside line.
Now,
You
we
know,
mentioned
touching the pole
before
with his foot.
that patience. He showed a bit of patience here today. He went those insides. He had a confidence in his line selection.
And he was in control all the way down and just carrying so much speed. And he knew the grip.
He knew the grip. Cam Cole's got so much experience to pass on to these younger riders, and it's showing. Today, we've got our short track women's event at 6:15 CET time, quickly followed by our short track men's elite race, followed by Saturday, a huge day of downhill racing. Our semi-final women's in the morning at 10:45, our downhill semi-final men's at 11:20, quickly followed by our downhill elite finals into our cross-country Olympic races on Sunday. Leger is providing an epic venue so far here in the Haute-Savoie region. Some amazing scenes, some fantastic weather, and the racing is just getting better and better.
Leger, deliver every year.